Samba is free software that allows file and print sharing between Linux Unix servers and Windows clients. It's a re-implementation of the SMB CIFS networking protocol used by Microsoft Windows. Samba turns a Linux or Unix server into a file server, seamlessly integrating with Windows networks. Why is this important? Many organizations use a mix of Windows and Linux Unix systems. Samba bridges the gap, enabling them to share resources efficiently. Instead of separate file servers for each operating system, you can use a single Samba server for everyone. This simplifies administration and reduces costs. Samba is a versatile tool. It can act as a domain controller, manage user authentication, and even provide print services for Windows clients. This flexibility makes it a valuable asset in diverse network environments. Installing Samba on most Linux distributions is straightforward thanks to package managers. On Debian-based systems like Ubuntu and Debian, use the command. For Red Hat-based systems like Fedora and CentOS, use. After installation, you need to configure Samba. The primary configuration file is. This file defines shares, user access permissions, and other settings. It's divided into sections, each starting with a section header in square brackets. Here's a simple example of a share definition in path =path/ to /shared/ folder, valid users =sign at group name, read only =no. This defines a share named share name, pointing to a specific folder on your server. Only users belonging to the group name group can access this share, and they have both read and write permissions. Samba allows you to define different types of shares, each tailored to specific needs. You can have public shares accessible to everyone, private shares for specific users or groups, and even hidden shares for administrative purposes. A share is a directory on your Samba server that you make accessible to users over the network. Each share has a unique name and a path to its location on your server. Within the share definition, you can specify various parameters. This includes access permissions, browsability, read or write capabilities, and guest access. Samba gives you granular control over who can access what and what they can do with it. For example, you can set up a public share for general files with read-only access for everyone. Then create a private share for sensitive data, restricting access to authorized personnel only. Managing users is crucial for security and control. Samba can integrate with your system's existing user accounts or use its own internal database. The command is used to manage Samba users. To add a new Samba user, you can use the command. This will prompt you to set a password for the user. Remember, this adds a user specifically for Samba access, even if they already have a system account. You can also manage Samba users through a web-based interface like SWAT, Samba Web Administration Tool. SWAT provides a graphical interface for configuring shares, users, and other Samba settings. For larger organizations, integrating Samba with an LDAP server provides centralized user management. This simplifies administration and enhances security by unifying user accounts across the network. Once configured, you need to start the Samba services. The commands for this vary slightly depending on your Linux distribution. On Debian-based systems, use and. For Red Hat-based systems, use and. After starting the services, you can check their status with similar commands, replacing start with status. You can also stop the services using stop instead of start. Samba includes log files that record server activity. These logs are invaluable for troubleshooting problems and monitoring server performance. You can find these logs on most systems. Regularly monitoring your Samba server helps ensure smooth operation. Check for any errors in the logs, monitor disk space usage, and keep your Samba software up to date. Connecting Windows clients to your Samba server is simple. From a Windows machine, open File Explorer and type in the address bar, replacing server name with your Samba server's host name or IP address, and share name with the name of the share you want to access. You'll be prompted for credentials. Enter the username and password of a valid Samba user who has access to the share. If the share allows guest access, you can leave the username and password fields blank. Once connected, you can browse files and folders within the share just like any other folder on your Windows machine. You can copy files to and from the share, create new folders, and delete files, depending on the permissions granted to your user. For easier access, you can map the Samba share as a network drive on your Windows machine. Right-click on this PC in File Explorer, select Map Network Drive, and follow the prompts to assign a drive letter to the Samba share. Troubleshooting Samba issues can be complex, but some common problems have simple solutions. If you can't connect to the server, double-check the server name or IP address and ensure the Samba services are running. If you get authentication errors, verify the username and password you're using. Make sure the user exists in the Samba server's user database and has permissions to access the share. Networking problems can also prevent connections. Ensure your Windows client and Samba server are on the same network and can communicate. Ping the server from the client to check connectivity. If you're still having trouble, examine the Samba log files for clues. These logs can provide detailed information about connection attempts, authentication failures, and other errors. Samba offers numerous benefits for organizations of all sizes. It provides a cost-effective solution for file sharing by eliminating the need for separate Windows servers. This reduces hardware costs and simplifies administration. Samba integrates seamlessly with existing infrastructure. It leverages your Linux server's security features and user authentication system, reducing the need for separate administrative tools. Centralized file sharing with Samba enhances collaboration. Users can access files from any Windows or Linux Unix machine on the network, streamlining workflows and improving productivity. Samba is highly customizable. You can tailor access permissions, share configurations, and other settings to meet the specific needs of your organization. This flexibility makes it adaptable to diverse network environments. Setting up a Samba server might seem daunting at first, but by following a step-by-step approach and understanding the fundamental concepts, you can create a robust and secure file-sharing solution. Samba's versatility and compatibility with Windows make it an invaluable tool for organizations seeking efficient and cost-effective file sharing. By mastering the basics of installation, configuration, share setup, user management, and troubleshooting, you can harness the full potential of Samba. It allows you to seamlessly integrate your Linux servers with Windows clients, creating a unified and efficient network environment.